Hello, it's a beautiful Wednesday morning, and I welcome you to our newspaper review on Niger Watch. How are you doing? Welcome. My name is Ima, and I'm reporting live from Lagos, Nigeria. How are you? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my Niger Watch family. Welcome to this broadcast. Please do well to, like the broadcast, share, and invite someone onto the broadcast. On the comment section, the link has been posted. Should you want to join the conversation, you know what to do. Thank you for being here. Welcome once again. Welcome once again. Thank you for being here. We've come to the midweek. Yes, we've come to the midweek. The week is fast. Or the year is fast coming to an end. If you've noticed. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have taken out time to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I hope you've taken out time to turn on your notification bell and invited someone on to the broadcast. Please do well to share, do well to invite someone on here, and do well to support us also by clicking on the dollar sign on the comment section. Welcome once again to our newspaper review. Yes, please welcome. Do well to remember our recently added features, the super thanks. The super thanks feature is for those that are watching the replay of our broadcast. You have the opportunity to support us by clicking on the super thanks. Yes, please let's engage this option. It is super safe and very secure. All right, thank you for that. Welcome to the broadcast again. Welcome. I'm waiting for each and every one of you. Welcome. Come on, let's talk. Say something to me in the comment section. Bella Naomi, beautiful morning to you. And yes, one love. Thank you for being here. Osaguvo, how you doing? Good morning to you, and thank you for being here. Mommy Diaspora, I greet you. Good morning to you, ma. Thank you for being here. And to each and every one of you, to my amazing panelists, thank you for being here. Good morning to you, and welcome. Mary Kimade, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Good morning to you, and welcome. All right, we'll be going straight into the business of the day. Our first paper for today is The Punch. On the Punch, we have political rally attacks. INEC summons parties. Police plan 13 billion naira firearms purchase. Or is it for just the election? 13 billion naira firearms purchase. All right. IG INEC chair to meet Adamu Ayu party leaders over violent campaigns. Our governor candidate didn't mastermind attacks on PDP rally, and that's Kaduna APC. Northern Coalition to publish Atiku, Tinubu, and Obi's promises. On terrorism, Lafarge's Nigeria's stock plunges amid $778 million fine. Tinubu launches campaign, unveils manifesto Friday. Nigerians pay over 1 trillion naira tax to 36 states. Insurgency killed 100,000, displaced 2 million, and that's from CDS. Incoming administration to inherit $716 million judgment debt. More IOCs to divest. Job losses loom. Now, the picture story you have there would be the flood victims in Anambra State. That doesn't look so well. That doesn't even look like that's more like a makeshift space for these people. Okay, and there's a story on there that says flood victims battle hunger and risks disease in Anambra. FG to complete Lagos Ibadan Expressway in December. When I saw this news, the first thing I said was amen, and trust me, I gave a resounding amen. This Lagos Ibadan Expressway has been on construction for years, and let's see if the Buhari's regime would bring an end to the back-to-back construction of the Lagos Ibadan Expressway. I don't know who killed Ataga. I fled in fear, and that's from Chidima. Ogun workers killed, excuse me. Ogun workers quit Chinese factory, protest colleagues' death. not very pleasant news on here. So we'll take the Ogun workers first. So this Chinese factory in Ogun State, oh, okay, yeah, in Ogun State, it's clearly written there. The workers were protesting that, they do not want to work there anymore. And say before then that the treatment, the hostility by their Chinese bosses, was just so harsh. The working environment was not conducive at all. They were overworked. They had all of this to say. And now there was a fire outbreak. So one of the machines were charged. They are into recycling. One of the machines were charged, and the lid went off, and that caused an explosion. And now there was a fire outbreak at the company. And the bosses, the Chinese people, the supervisors, they locked the workers in the company and told them to get buckets and start fetching water to quench the fire. They tried, and this was how it's recorded that 3 people lost their life, were burnt beyond recognition. But a staff, that spoke with the Punch said that there were more than 3 people that lost their life to that, and that as we speak, the fire is still out there. It is yet to be completely put out, and they are protesting, the death of their colleagues, and they are saying that they don't want to work there. But although the Chinese people are begging them, they even got a traditional ruler, to interfere in the matter, and they say nothing is going to make them work. That these people are just plain wicked and they cannot continue. I don't know, but for the traditional ruler that went on ahead to persuade them or beg them to continue working, really to what end? I mean, we should be talking about arresting these people, the perpetrators, sealing the company, closing it down until judgment is carried out, until until fair judgment is carried out for the lives that have been lost, and for the working condition that they've put these people in. And we know the story that is being said about Chinese or Lebanese people who owns a factory or who owns companies here in Nigeria, and how they treat workers. And I hope that this would not be swept under the carpet. I hope that the people will get justice, the ones that are alive, and even the ones that lost their life, in that, I hope they get justice. Condolences to the families. And now we know the story of Chidinma, the very beautiful young girl who at the time was having an affair with late Mr. Ataga of I think I can't remember the name of his TV station that he used to run, but he used to run this media outfit. Well, we've been moving from one confession to the other. From coming out to say she killed him, he was being rough, to the drug part of it. Well, our dear Chidinma has come out to say that she was not even around when this happened. She came in, she stumbled on it, and she ran away because she was scared. Oh boy. So now we don't even know what's happening. Why do they keep asking her? I mean, they already have a confession video of her. Why do they? Okay, I think well, in this case, we say let the law prevail, right? That's what he said. Okay, let's see how this case the case is actually getting annoying, but also interesting. Let's see what's going to play out at the end of the day. And FG to complete Lagos Ibadan Expressway in December. And now the people in Anambra, the flood victims, they are saying that where they are staying is not conducive for them, and that there's a lot of mosquito. And of course, so you get people feeling sick. The water that they have to drink is not clean. Oh dear, just a whole lot. The water that they have to drink is not clean. The environment is not safe. It's just not working out. And they are calling out that people should help. People should come out and help them. They need relief materials. They need to start with. They need mosquito nets. They need clean drinking water. They need clean drinking water. They need a whole lot of things. So this is calling out to the good people of Nigeria. Please take out time to send relief materials. Nothing is too small. Let's be our brother's keeper. Let's not wait for the government. Let's do something for once. Let's do something for a change. So please, if you're around flood victims, you don't even need to be around. You could package your things and just send to this state that are being affected. Reach out to NEMA, and you know how to send things across to them. But please, let us be, let us be passionate, let us be affectionate towards the people that are going through, towards the flood victims. I mean, just never can tell. I am not hoping that it comes to you, but I mean, the flood is expected in more areas in the country. So let's put our homes together. And now INEC, as is to meet with the PDP and APC party chair as there are concerns over their violent campaigns. And well, who would have thought that these people would be at loggerheads with each other? If anything, I thought probably the third or the fourth man or the third man in the race is the one that would be receiving this backlash. But oh, good gracious, they are the ones doing this to each other. Well, they've come out to say no, this has nothing to do with them. But so who is throwing in violence in these campaigns? After signing the peace pact, and then again, does the peace pact, does it hold water in Nigeria? Does it? Or is it a waste of time? Should that ceremony even be scrapped? Because I don't think these people uphold the premises or that arrangement, that agreement. I don't think they withhold it. Let's see what other story that we have here. The CDS has come out to say that insurgency has killed 100,000 people, and that's for 2022. This survey is for just 2022, and this 100,000 is actually a lot. But if we really look at it, is it not more than 100,000 that has been killed over time? We'll move on to another story. We'll move on to another story. We'll move on to, let's see what other story we have here. I think Daily Trust is our next paper. Please, if you're just joining in, welcome to the broadcast. Do well to like this broadcast. Do well to share. Drop your submission on the comment section. It will be attended to. And please, if you'd like to join, if you want to be part of the panelists, do well to click on the link that's just there on the comment section, and you'll be right here with me. Moving on to Daily Trust. Despite 1 billion naira allocation, constitution amendments in limbo. 25 states withhold votes over state police orders. Your threats won't intimidate us, Deputy Senate President. Governors frustrating review, NGF mom. Why we wrote to National Assembly, and that's from the speakers. 7 months to go, Buhari orders ministers to prepare transition documents. Boko Haram killed 100,000, displaced over 2 million people, and that's from Defense Chief. NLNG force majeure, Nigerians may pay more for cooking gas. INEC summons parties over Electoral Act violation, attacks on opponents. Bandit attack Niger hospital, kill 2, abduct doctor, others. Kanu, NNPP, PRP, governorship candidate commits to media trust election debates. BUA to Kogi, we are no longer interested in 50,000 hectare land. Investors may shun state over hostility. That's from an expert. So we know what is going on with the Obajano. Kogi State just seems to be in the news with investors. Well, I hope they consider the effect of this in the long run and do the needful. And I hope that the federal government also would just stay out of this and allow the states have autonomy over their affairs, right? Yes, so whatever is happening with Dangote and now BUA, I hope that it's sorted and they don't scare investors out of the land. And this story on Constitution amendment. So Constitution amendment came in March. The House of Rep, both houses, and the governors, yes, and the governors, they passed a bill to amend 44 bills from the Constitution, right? And the governors and reps were supposed to sign, and out of that, only 11 so far are signed to that, assigned to that, and the rest have not. Now, the other governors are saying, we want 4 things, we desire 4 things, and of the 4 things, you have the state police, the judicial system. The states are saying that they want to be independent, and they are saying that unless you give us this, unless you give us this, like the state police, the judicial, state judicial autonomy. They're saying that they will not vote, they will not sign in for the 44 bills to be amended from the constitution. Now, I don't know if that is a good thing. I really not very sure if that is a good thing. But so if you'd like to know more about that, please pick up Daily Trust. Yes, you have more stories. You have more stories than that. We'll be moving on to the next paper. We'll move on to the next paper now. That's the Daily Sun. That's the Daily Sun. Thank you if you're just joining. Welcome, Michael Okiri. I see you by Maxwell. Thank you for being here. Chima Obi, the dog, how you doing? Good morning to you too. Thank you for being here. All right, we'll take this last story. On Daily Sun, we have title holders endorse Ogun senatorial bid. State assemblies put review of constitution in jeopardy. Only 11 votes on 44 proposed changes. LNC mobilizes against governors and speakers. Rep Southeast Bishops, Royal Fathers ask federal government to free Kanu. Lawyers write Malami and DSS. So is this supposed to be a show of power? Nigeria. INEC plans security meeting, worries over violence at campaigns, hate speech, insist on deployment of technology. Gunmen on rampage in Anambra, Niger, Plateau, Bauchi, Benue. Kill 8, kidnap Catholic priest and 25 others. 2023 election, referendum on APC performance, Atiku. All right, and he also lives for Europe. Ikweazu asks Igbo to think home in investment plans. And yes, Wike shun's Lagos PDP candidates. Wike shun's Lagos PDP candidate to endorse APC candidate just over a couple of days. Yesterday, the Lagos State women had a program for women empowerment, and the governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu, was there, and of course, Wike was there to support him and to say it does not play. The politics is play is not ethnical. So he's coming out to say that he supports anybody doing a good job. Well, Wike, at this point, oh dear, Wike went on ahead to donate the sum of 300 million naira, and this has caused a huge outcry. And people are asking, is that your personal money, sir, or is that the money of the Rivers State? And I mean, this is yes. Yes, this is it, because he is not supposed to. He did not endorse the one from PDP, and I'm asking again, why PDP can't they? Why are they taking all of these things from Wike? Can he not be punished? Is it supposed to be allowed? Is it supposed to leave his own party candidates to go and support that of APC? And when they ask, he keeps saying things like. And when they ask, he keeps saying things like he's just in talks with them, he's not leaving PDP. How can you be in the party and you are, supporting? That's very brazen. That's actually very brazen. And now talking about a brazen move, Tinubu coming out to say, I will build on Buhari's legacy. Oh dear. So if Tinubu is, if the foundation for Tinubu's tenure is going to be Buhari's tenure, right, what should we be expecting? To the good people of Nigeria, please, these are words that they say, and we just allow it to just fly by, and 2, 3, 4 years later we'll start going back to articles like this saying, oh, he said it, we did not listen, he said change, we didn't know that you are bringing drastic or bad change to us, all of this. So please, let us do better. Let us read between the lines. Brazenly, this man has gone. I mean, people should be distancing and disassociating themselves from the Buhari's legacy, but no, not the likes of Tinubu. And this is like the third time that he is coming out to say that he will continue. The other time he said he will continue from where Buhari stopped, and now another time he said he will not distance himself from Buhari's legacy, and now I will build on Buhari's legacy. He has spoken more than once. He has spoken 3 times, and I hope that we have heard him well enough. All right, and now there's this thing that is the gunmen on rampage. Now this is coming back. This used to be a thing where the Catholic, the bishops, the Catholic priests, bishops, pastors were being, were being kidnapped, so they're being killed, and now it looks like it is back. It looks like it's back. We have states like Anambra, Niger, Plateau, Bauchi, Benue, amongst other states who are suffering or who have this. And the police are yet to curb these people. The military are yet to curb these people. And of course, the issue of state police is a no-go area. So we are dependent on, these security bodies to help. Okay, so now I'm just thinking, if the federal government deemed it wise, right, to outsource security for the oil, why can't they outsource security for states who are having these issues? Our life should also be as important as other things that are being protected. I don't know why that is taking forever. Although this constitution amendment and what the governors and the speakers that are yet to sign, or give their votes on the 44 proposed changes in the constitution, they are insisting that they have all of these things first. They want this first to be dealt with before they can give their vote on the constitution amendments. And well, I think that's something that we should do. Before we continue with our newspaper review, I'd like for us to take just a quick reminder on our super thanks. Super thanks is our latest feature, and this is for those watching the replay of our broadcast. You have the opportunity to support us by clicking on the super thanks. Please do so. It's very safe and very, very secure. You just have it there where you have the love, the dollar sign, the thanks. So please familiarize yourself with this. Please, thank you very much. And if you are just joining us, welcome to our newspaper review. Please do well to like this broadcast, do well to share, do well to invite someone onto the broadcast, and please, ladies and gentlemen, take out time to support us by clicking on the dollar sign to the right, the comment section. Thank you very much. All right, we'll continue with our review. What we have here. Okay, yeah, we have here INEC plans on INEC plans security meeting. So I don't know what is supposed to be expected, but there's one thing I know is that these people are not creating the violence themselves. So it's about time that you and I have the stock. Yes, you and I have the stock. And in return, you have the stock also with your brothers, with your sisters, with your nieces, your nephews. Yes, because they are the ones that are being used to propagate this agenda. Please, we should refuse to be used as to carry out violence during this. Well, please, we refuse to be used to carry out violence this period. Please, let's talk to everybody. Let's talk to everybody. Let's talk to everybody about this. We cannot continue this way. It's even this is rather I don't know if to say this is rather surprising, but I honestly was not expecting the violence to be between these two people. I rather expected that this would happen between as I said earlier, they would try. I was thinking that this would happen to Labour Party campaigns. Actually, yes, that's my thought. I didn't think that APC thug will go after PDP thug. But to me, I think they are one. To me, I think they're just one big family. So I wonder why, they are going against each other. Well, this election period is, it's. I don't know what we should be expecting, but everybody needs to stay safe out there, and we need to. I thought we have come to that place where we know better. That every life should matter. Every life should matter. I don't care what life you've been living, but coming to this place, election period, no, please. Let's stay safe. I mean, all of these people, they are brothers to people. So yes, they could be your brother, my brother, our people. So we need to talk to them. If you have that brother that is way back in the village, anywhere that they are, you know that this is their character. This is not the time to give up on them. This is not the time to even deny them. This will be the time to talk to them, to refuse being used for things like this. All right, let's take this other story. I wanted us to have a conversation about this. How is it possible? What law, or is it lawful? Is it in the constitution that the federal government would still hold Nnamdi Kanu, even when the courts? So what then is the place of the court? Why are we, I wouldn't want to say wasting money. Why are we spending money on our judicial system if they are not going to be recognized? But when the court told ASU to go back, they were clamoring, and Ngige came out and said respect the court order. And now why is nobody coming out to say respect the court order? Why is nobody coming out to say respect the court order in this case? They are all keeping mum at this point. What's our fate? And how do we come to that place where even the president is not above the law? Because apparently right now he's acting above the law. So we need to begin to have that discussion. What has given him that power? Why is he referred to as the most powerful president of the world? Nigeria, the president of Nigeria is being referred to as the most powerful president of the world. Why? Why is that so? Because why? Because nothing. Okay, I think Mr. Machiavelli is here to bail me out and give me a reason why he's referred to. But this we cannot, as a people. It doesn't matter if you are for Biafra or not. It just goes on to say that nobody can save you, not even the law. That's what it means. So we need to talk about this. We need to call out these people. We need to let them know that, say, you just have to act right. Let's see this comment from okay, Michael Okere, you're talking about the flood. Okay, please, when giving submission, let's try to give submission in line with what is being talked about currently, so that we can flow, so you don't take me back. Mr. Machiavelli, how are you doing? Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Ms. Ima. Thank you for having me on the show today, and hope you're doing well.
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you so much. Do you want me to give a submission on what you've just said so far?
Yes, I think mostly I would like for us to deliberate on why the federal government, would refuse to, adhere to the court's ruling.
Well, thank you very much for that question. You see, this is why when I come on here, I tell you that, the rule of law is supreme to every individual in a given political system. When we are not working in line with what the Constitution says and, respecting the separation of powers, the judicial system is another arm of government, just as the executive. So they are the one who interprets the law. So they have interpreted the law to say the FG, which is the federal government, made a mistake of not respecting the international, law by, extraditing someone from another country where he was arrested without proper, review of how international law works. So they violated that, extraditory treaty. So that is the reason why Nnamdi Kanu was discharged and acquitted on that. But the FG is still insisting that, well, even if he's discharged, he's not even acquitted because they still have a case against him. But where's the case? Then bring the case against him. But the fact is, he's been discharged and acquitted. But right now, the FG is trying to, lobby again and kind of go for an appeal so that it goes to the Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court is the highest court of the land. So if he wins at the Supreme Court, they have no reason to keep him there. They need to let him go, because I just don't see why they are keeping him there now. Because if there's a case against him, then put it out. Because all what they have brought now, the courts have, been able to trash them down to before he was being acquitted now. So I don't see the reason why because most of us now are not realizing that most of these people are not following what the Constitution says. You need to respect it. The judicial part of the government have said that this guy should let him go. They should let him go. But I still don't know why the FG are not respecting that. Because that's not what that's not what the Constitution says. So I just think we should still wait. We should still pray that they let him go, because for me, they should let him go. That's just because the Constitution says that, and the what's it called? The judicial arm of government has the right to just say, well, he's free, and he's free. So I just think they are violating that right, and are not giving the judicial their power to exercise their power. And this is why we always advocate for independence of the judiciary, because they are still being truncated by the executive. And this thing is not right under the Constitution. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that, Mr. Machiavelli. Mr. Vi Maxwell, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, Sister Emma. Good morning to you. Good morning to my brother Machiavelli, and good morning to the rest of the panelists and our listeners and those in the comment section. It's very, very great here in the city of Bolgatanga, the upper eastern part of Ghana. You see, Sister Emma, I do not know. You see, these are some of the things, when things happen like this, when we refuse to speak against them and condemn them in totality, they are bound to repeat itself. If you look at what happened to Ezezaki, no matter how bad, no matter what Ezezaki said or did during his time, the court granted him bail. Didn't they refuse? What did Nigerians say during that time? Nigerians couldn't do anything. They now captured Showore. They do the same thing to Showore. Court granted that Showore should be released on bail. They refused. If not, the intervention of a United States senator, where the wife, I think stays, I think in that particular constituency where the wife stays, that, joined in the criticism and let me just say, ultimatum on the release of Showore, they wouldn't have done that. Now they are doing it on Nnamdi Kanu, and the media is keeping quiet. The problem I have in Nigeria is the media in Nigeria. The media that's supposed to be very, very active to scrutinize these people, put them on the spot, expose them to the world. They are not doing that. They keep quiet. As it is happening to Nnamdi Kanu, is going to happen to any other person. And I would like to speak to General Muhammadu Buhari. If you know what is good for him and that country, if he really wants to build a reputation, which I'm afraid if he has done any, he should obey the Court of Appeal ruling on the release of Nnamdi Kanu. If he refuses to do that, then I do not know what he's calling for. He has the power to release over 110 so-called repentant terrorists, but he has no moral to release someone who has not committed any crime, who is just a mere agitator, carrying flags, to agitate for the freedom of his own people. Why are you keeping him after a court of competent jurisdiction, an appeal court, second highest court of the land, has gave their ruling? Why is he keeping the man there? What is he looking for? When I read the release, is it the release or whatever? I'm not a lawyer. I don't know how they call it, the verdict or something like that. Nigerian government has no power anymore to even try Nnamdi Kanu on anything based on this thing because of what they have done. Because of what they have done. You committed an international crime. Instead of you to right the wrongs and make amends, you are fanning, you are stoking more fire into this problem. I do not know how Nigerians are reacting to it. And it is a pity that I listen to Nigerian media, I see responses and utterances, statements in support of what these people are doing. It is not fair. It is not justice. These are some of the things that is pushing the narrative of self-determination. You treat the others as kings, and you treat others that has equal or even more stake in the Nigerian, structure as slaves. That is unacceptable. Thank you, and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Vine, and welcome to the broadcast. Mr. Chimaobi, how are you doing today? Please, 2 minutes for your submission.
Thank you. Good morning, Miss Emma, and good morning, my fellow panelists. Yeah, the last speaker just said it all. Emma, I will start by saying that when some people say that they don't believe in one Nigeria, people doubted them, people make funny of it. But that is the truth. When you look at the things that are going on, you will not have the power to say, I believe in that country. Because look at what last speaker said. The court has given an order. Remember, the new Chief of Justice in Nigeria told Nigeria in front of Buhari that the political class, the politicians, should allow the judicial to function. The media has not deliberated on that statement. The media don't want to discuss that statement that man made, that the politicians, the cabals, should allow them to do their job. So what is the fate of a common man in that country? That a court has given an order and you don't want to listen to that. You first ask you to go back to class because you say that the court has given an order. But the court has given an order and you don't want to obey it. So when you look at the way things are going, living in Nnamdi Kanu, holding in Nnamdi Kanu is just a personal wickedness from Buhari administration and the people of the northern country of Nigeria. Because whenever you listen to any statement that is coming from them, it's damaging the peace, the unity of that country. The other day, El-Rufai said that Peter Obi put him in jail in Anambra State. Atiku has said that Nigerian northern people, wherever you are, you don't need an Igbo as a president in Nigeria. Tinubu has come out and said, Emileko, it's my turn. What has an Igbo man said? Nothing. So when you look at all these statements coming out from these people will come out and start defending them. That is just a political word. How? And they are holding a man who has not done anything wrong in prison for nothing. And you want their people, you want an Igbo man, woman, to believe in Nigeria. I doubt that unity. I doubt it because it is clearly open right now that an Igbo man, an Igbo woman, whether you like it or not, Nigerian does not believe that you are part of them because of what is going on. Thank you. I'm going to leave it here for another person to contribute, but everybody should know it, that today the law is not working. When you are in power, you do whatever you like and nothing will happen. And we cannot live in that country. We can't be in that country anymore because it is not working. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that submission. Mr. Insibidi, how are you doing today, sir?
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, I'm fine. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, sir. How does all of this makes you feel, knowing that we have a country, we have a constitution, we have a judicial system, and at the end of the day, it's about a group of people, who have the final decision. How does this make you feel?
Well, I think it's like for what you said earlier. I think some people are also saying the same thing. I've heard that before, that the president of Nigeria is the most powerful president, and that's not because of some military might or economic influence all over Africa or whatever or the world. It's just because of um, authoritarianism. Like just there's nothing so special about it. There are people like that in the world that unfortunately we are we have a president that kind of was in the military, was a military head of state and all that, then at the same time is now the president. So you see, the thing is that the fundamental belief that some of these people have is still there. So the way they operate, everything will still be with that same viewpoint. So that's just what is happening. It's just quite unfortunate. And the thing is that all these courts, they obviously, we all know that they choose the rulings to obey. They choose the rulings to obey. Like what By Maxwell said, if not for those Sowry's wife and all the things she did going to different quarters, uh, he would have still been under their, probably will still be under their, their detention. And the same thing with Nnamdi Kanu the first time, all those times, if not for all those rallying round, even if not for the rallying round this time, this whole thing would have not even gone through an open or a transparent court process. It's because of the world is involved. They've gone to several places, several quarters, and all that. That's why it seems like it went through, a transparent court process. So it's just quite unfortunate that that is where we are. And if the court cannot do anything, so what are they there for? What are we? What are people, keeping the court for? Because it's a public institution being financed by public money. So why can't people just go and protest that they should close all these courts then? Because we don't know what is their job. And you might say, okay, this is IPOB Biafra, but even when it's not IPOB and Biafra, we've seen how it is. So people should be careful and not just look the other way because of it's not affecting them maybe, but we know how dangerous it is when even the court cannot save you, yeah, in that country. So it's just quite unfortunate, and there's nothing surprising. There's nothing surprising, but so sad.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. NCBD. And to each and every one of you, thank you for being here. If you're just joining in, welcome to Newspaper Review on Niger Watch. My name is Ima, right? All right, today we have the chart. Yes, we have the chart today by 1 p.m. Nigerian time. Please do well to join us today on the chat. We've got something for you. Yes, we are here to talk, deal, assess with our own self, right? While we might be using other people, recent happenings as a case study, but let's go back home and assess ourselves and do well to check ourselves so we don't get to that point. So the people who allow themselves to get to that point, they did not plan it. So please, please, I need each and every one of you to come. Don't come alone. Come with someone. Invite someone to the broadcast. Please, thank you very much. Okay, we'll move on to the next person. We have Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles, how are you doing today?
I'm very well, Mrs. Emma. Honestly, we are still talking about Nnamdi Kanu being detained. You see, all this thing that is happening, I don't blame Buhari, I don't blame the federal government, I don't blame the Fulani, I blame Eastern politicians, the so-called Eastern leaders, so those who call themselves political leaders. Have you seen any of them talking? None of them have ever spoken. The governors, the senators, it's just few of them that are just dancing within the corridor. Nobody had made any strong statement concerning this. How can a court make a ruling and the government is just playing around with it and no one has ever come out and make a strong statement? I could remember when during the time of Sunday Igboho, I know people like Obasanjo, they come up, make strong statements, make some moves. But in the eastern Nigeria, have you seen any of them? Because they're playing politics with our people. They want to be relevant. They dance on the tune of the enemies, who is looking for any means to make sure that the Igbos are being crushed. They don't want them to speak. So I don't blame them. I don't blame them. I don't blame Buhari. He can go ahead and do whatever he wants to do within Nnamdi Kanu. His life of Nnamdi Kanu is in his hand because our people, our Eastern politicians, have sold out their people to them to do whatever they want. I don't blame them. I have nothing to say much about this. I cry for my people. Nigeria don't. The truth is that Nigeria don't want the Igbos. When you look at it, I can remember when Goodluck Jonathan was in power. The Yorubas, they gang up against Goodluck Jonathan. One of the reasons was because they think Goodluck Jonathan is bringing the Igbos into the landline. That's what was their thought. They not so Fulani and Yoruba, they team up, thinking that, oh, the Igbos that have been sidelined for a long time, Goodluck Jonathan is trying to. We are lucky. Obasanjo help the Igbos because in Nigeria, the Igbos have never, since I was born, they have not been the defense chief of staff or what Era boys hold. They have not hold except during the time of Goodluck Jonathan in Ejirika. Have you seen for how long? Check the military. Do you see any Igbo there? Security. Do you see any Igbo?
Charles.
Yeah.
Charles. So
Yeah.
sorry to interject, my people. You see, it was during Goodluck Jonathan, the first Igbo-born commander, 1 Mechanized Infantry Division by Brigadier General Dike was appointed as the GOC commanding 1 Mechanized Infantry Division, Kaduna. Brigadier General Dike. That was the first son of Igbo land that was appointed after the war. Thank you. Yes, by Obasanjo. Yeah,
by Obasanjo. Then I think during the time after Obasanjo, it was Ihejirika that I think
yes, Ihejirika was appointed the chief of army staff. That was the highest military command that the Igbo man has attained. Since after the
and the Nigerians, we are all watching this conspiracy going on in the system because it doesn't. Igbos, they deserve to die. They don't deserve to be in position of power. Nothing good. Since the civil war, after civil war, and Niger bridge have been building for how many years? It is still there. Up to every year, every 4 years, they are using it for campaign. That's what they are doing for Igbos. I don't blame them. I don't blame today. What is happening in Lagos today is because why is everybody going to Lagos for everything? There is Port Wharf, there is Warri, there is Calabar. They can still make open river Niger, but they are being intelligent as politics to make sure that no old Eastern Nigeria, none of them see any development, so that the Igbos will not benefit from it. We all know this. No matter how we pretend, no matter how we try to do as if it doesn't concern us, we all see what is the injustice going on in Nigeria, whether they believe it or not. That's why they're keeping in on the kind of people. The Igbo Eastern politicians are also playing on the gallery because they want to be relevant, they want to be governor, they want to go to Abuja and become Senate. Let them continue. Thank you. This is all I want to end. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Charles, thank you for that. That was a lot. Oh, wow, that was a lot. Thank you for that. I'll just quickly move on to, but before I do, of course, Mr. Pansat. Mr. Pansat, how are you doing? Thank you for staying up. Thank you for joining this broadcast. Thank you. I hope to have you here by 1 p.m. I need you to come and share your take on the topic today. Thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Chubuzo, how are you doing today, Mr. Chubuzo?
Yeah. Uh, Good day, everyone listening. You know. Um. Yeah. What happened is the what is happening to Nnamdi Kalu is just unfortunate. Um. It's so shame that Nigeria got no our constitution does not reflect to Nigerians. Everybody will just come do whatever he wants to do. It's a shameful thing. But what happened is we have seen it all. And the only way forward is just to reset the system and make sure that this system that we are trying to advocate for works for good. I was listening to Peter B last night when he was having some few questions asked by the Northerners. He answered them very positively, and all the questions they asked him, he answered them the way he's supposed to be. And I think all of them were pleased with that. So we need to change the government. This our government doesn't mean well to every Nigerian, not even only the Igbos, even in the north. The north are the ones suffering it the most. Whatever that is happening in Nigeria affects the north the most. We can agitate, we can tribalize, but still the evidence is there in the north. The north are the ones all these things are hitting the most. So every Nigeria is feeling the heat. So we need to change the system, reprogram it, make sure that this Nigeria work. And who gonna make it work is if P2B can succeed in power, we will see the difference. Everything will be sorted out. Those people that is agitating, they're agitating because of lack of leadership, lack of marginalization, things that is not working properly in Nigeria. So we'll be happy if we see a very good positive change come 2023. So I will plead to every Nigerian that let them have hope. Nnamdi Kanu has been in jail, one or two accusations. They release him, but you can see that some few individuals decide not to. But at the end of the day, we are in Nigeria. Everything have everything have its time and everything in life will got its time and season. But I believe the season of Buhari and the season of the so-called elites is about to finish. So we will have a new Nigeria where everybody can feel belonging. So we mustn't panic. Let us make a change, and that change will come through ballot box. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that. Mr. Nsubidi, now would be a good time, please.
Yes, thank you so much. I was just going to add, like, to what the brother said. I think Chibuzo. Yeah, I think what the thing is that people need to understand that theory, false theory that Tinubu pushed that time, that the Yorubas are being sidelined, is completely false. I remember I was in another platform where that kind of topic was discussed, and we compelled this person to go and bring the data, and this person did the research, went there, go, I don't know if it's from Wikipedia, got the list of cabinet members of Jonathan and everything, and they analyzed it and saw that it was even like maybe just 5 Igbos that was in the whole cabinet. And also, they had the same amount of Yorubas. The North had the most. So, who pushed that? That's why sometimes we should not be gullible. That's just the problem, because this is how Tinubu have been playing his politics. He has to go through the tribal route. and we've seen him do it again. And still, some few people, I don't know if they are still believing that it's totally false. And that is just how do you call it? They don't have any other thing to show. They don't have any point. They don't have any policy or anything that will improve the life of people. The only thing that they want to do is to push that tribal rhetoric. And we see it clearly. Is it not the same Jonathan that he went to meet the other time looking for endorsement and all that? So that is false, that is fake, and it's just something that they did, including the northern people that even benefited more from Jonathan. Didn't you see that they also joined, because it was a strategy to remove power from him and to make sure that they got the support of the of majority of the common, should I say, ordinary Yoruba citizens. So that's just the simple truth there, and it's just quite unfortunate.
All right, thank you for that. Had up, Mr. Nsubide. A big thank you to you, Alexander Gomez. Thank you, and good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you very much, Mr. Passat. I'm still giving a special shout out to you. Thank you very much. Okay, if you're just joining in, welcome to our newspaper review. Welcome, amazing Grace. Good morning to you. Thank you for being on the broadcast, Mr. Chris Judge. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Greetings. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir.
Okay, I'm just joining moment now. Can you recap me the topic?
Okay, okay, so probably this is where we get to change the topic. So Tinubu coming out to say that he is going to build on Buhari's legacy.
Wow, that's fantastic.
George, Mr. Chris George, could you please exit the studio and come back in? Your network is not very. I'm hoping that would help, or you change your location or something. The network is not good at all. Okay. So I'll wait for you to do that and come back. I'll give you a minute to speak, but I'll be waiting for you. But please try to fix that. I'll be catching reactions, going back to catch reactions from my panelists. Since I'm coming back with a new topic, and this would be your final submission. Before we get to that point, let's say big hello to each and every one of the people on here. First of all, Mommy Diaspora, well done, and thank you for always, Mama Dearest. Thank you to Amazing Grace also. Thank you for being here. Alexander Gomez, thank you. Michael, thank you. Pansas HD. Silvanus, thank you. L. Asen, thank you very much. Michael Okere, how you doing? Good to have you on the broadcast. Justin Emmanuel, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. Mr. Maxwell, how are you doing? It's good to have each and every one of you here. Mr. Edolite, I still have the effect of having you back on the broadcast. Thank you. Chima Jim, Michael Okere, thank you to each and every one of you. Of course, Bella Naomi, how dare I forget you? Thank you very much, Mr. Mark Hirabo. How have you been? I hope your day is going just well. Thank you for being here. All right, Mr. Van Maxwell, let's start with you. But let's your submission that around. Tinubu keep saying to Nigerians, this is the third time he's coming to say he will continue from where Buhari stopped, or all of this. That this is going to be your final submission, but please let it be in line with what I just said. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sister Emma. He is going to maintain on what Buhari has built. And I think we have to look at what Buhari has built in the first place. He introduced the nepotism into Nigeria. The little peace, if there were any, Nigerians enjoyed before has been eroded. It has been taken away from them through tribal and ethnic, sentiments or whatever. Insecurity is abound in Nigeria today. You just read out Anambra, Niger State, in a place they call Lapai, Kogi, and other places. Unabated. These guys do what they do unabated, with nobody, confronting them. The army is inefficient. The police paramilitary is inefficient. All of them are just top to bottom. They are bottom. Is that what is going to build on? You are going to build on people going to, indigenous people, killing them, chasing them away. And what he will do is to tell them to go and live in peace with their neighbors, or send condolence messages when people are shot, killed by these non-state actors that are wielding automatic assault rifles. Well, you see, for me, once beaten, twice shy. If, and I say, if Nigerians vote for APC this time, I will tell you that their mumu no go ever do. Their mumu no go ever do. If I will advise Nigerians, there are three demons now at play. Although I don't believe I don't believe that Nigeria, with what is going on and with the foundation, Nigeria will progress or make any meaningful progress in the Committee of Nations. Out of these three demons, please look for the one that is lesser, and go with that person, and let's see what will happen. And be prepared to force this one that you have seen that is capable to do the right thing. If possible, change the ground norm of that country. If the ground norm is finally changed, Nigeria will be a better place. I don't think you will have agitators left, right, and center, and people will be able to move within their community, safer than they are today. As far as I know, this government, if this man is going to build on what his, the principal has done, then Nigeria is in a very difficult time. Thank you, and God bless you, sister.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Alexander Gomez. Thank you. Thank you for the correction, and thank you for I always say something about you, right? I like the way you drop your comment. Thank you. Noted, and apologies. All right, let's catch reactions also in the comment section. The presidential candidate for the All Progressives Congress is saying he would continue. It would continue from where Buhari has stopped. And now, Nigerians, what are you saying to that? Obviously, I tell you these things, right? I don't think these people even see what's happening. It's almost like we have two countries, right? Mr. NCBD, let's catch your reaction. This will be your final submission, sir.
Yes, sorry, my sister. You said, I think the last, no problem. I'm even about to go for like a kind of a Zoom meeting. But yeah, I think I will just end by saying, I think, sorry, Ima, apart from this issue of Nnamdi Kanu, is there like another topic that one can speak on? Maybe I just quickly.
Okay, I just said that Tinubu said that he would continue, he would
Oh,
build Paris Foundation. Yes. So what's your reaction to that? And being your final submission, you're talking to Nigerians too, so please.
okay, yeah. Well, the thing is, obviously, these people are still playing the archaic old politics that have brought us to where we are, and it feels like it's just the same old pattern of, appease the cabals. Then after that, they'll give you the seat. So I don't think he even cares any, he gives any damn about uh, the ordinary people or the citizens, the people that are crying. No. He need that. Why do you think someone will come out and say, Emiloko, it's my turn, telling Atiku, step down for me. I supported you now. It's because of the mindset. They don't value the will of the people. And it's unfortunate that the so-called people, many of them are blinded by tribalism, and blinded by poverty of, okay, take this one, go and do this. Then come Milo, come, hey, our local. It's so sad. It's quite unfortunate. But this is the politics that they are playing, this old evil politics, and it's going to shock them this time. It will shock them because there's always an end to everything. in life. If there was an end to the reign of Hitler, why wouldn't there be what will not end? So the people that were 10 times worse than these people, some of them are no longer there. Their institutions, their empires have crumbled. So that's why I keep on saying that we should not accept defeat, and we cannot be hopeless. We have to keep pushing, because there's always an end to everything under the sun. And at some point, whether you believe in God or you don't believe in God, sometimes there's a part in the scriptures, I think is Proverbs, I can't forget that scripture. I think it's Proverbs chapter 29, verse 1, if I'm not mistaken, 1 or 2. It says, for the person that has refused to heed to instruction or rebuke, that it will get to a point that God will allow their destruction come very fast, and very so drastically that even nobody will believe. That is how God operates, and that's how the world works. That's how the universe, anyhow you want to see it. So we need to keep on pushing, and just understand that it's politics that is playing by saying all that, and thinking that it's the same old politics of nobody matters, just the cabal, just these people that you feel like they are the ones that are giving the seat. And that is why the people have to keep rising to make sure it's good for the people to have that consciousness that this power belongs to the people. You have the consciousness. Without you, they cannot rule anything. That's why I'm saying that our biggest challenge after these politicians are the stooges that they have in several places, giving Egunje for them to go and rally around the other touts, Agberos, and all those people on the street. And the so-called, capitalizing of the poverty of market people and every other person. Not everybody in the market is poor, but this mentality. So yeah, thank you so much, Ima.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Nsubide. Please do not forget to keep a date with us 1 p.m. today. We're expecting you. We'll be having a continuation for Monday's conversation. So on Monday, for as many of you that missed that, please take out time to go watch that broadcast. By the way, the chat on Monday, we talked about mental illness, and now we'll be looking at some real life cases, So please do what so. I'll follow up on that broadcast, and then please do what to join us by 1 p.m. today, as we'll be elaborating. So please, I invite each and every one of you to be part of the broadcast today. Thank you very much. And please, to my panelists, let's stick to the time for our submissions. Mr. Chubuzov, please, your final submission.
Yeah, that's a very big one. Tinubu said that he's going to continue where Buhari stopped. That means everybody should visit their graveyards, because more dead bodies are about to arise. Because you see how Buhari laid a foundation, and those foundations equals to graveyards, because a lot of people have died into this administration. Some of them try to defend it, some of them try to oppose it. So Tinubu come in and say that he will continue. That's to show you that we are all doomed, because there's nothing good. There's nothing good that come out from this very present government, and the incoming one, which is APC, trying to come into power again. Telling us that they will continue with this attitude. That means if we are wise enough, we mustn't be entertaining him. We should ignore him and vote our person in power, because they have exhausted all the resources, all the power, everything they have in their disposal. They have exhausted them, and they are running up and down now to clinch the power, so that they will continue killing Nigerians. And anyway, Tinubu got nothing. Nobody should listen to him. is over. If you look at his speeches, you will see that the man is old, tired, frustrated. He got nothing to give Nigerians anymore. Unlike P2B that is giving you the fact what to do. So this man will just come there and destroy Nigeria the more. So I don't see anything that he is up to. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chibuzo. Thank you very much, and I hope to have you later in the afternoon on the chat. Thank you, and have a good day. Mr. Chimaobi, your final submission, please.
Yeah, Emma, thank you so much. And thank everybody that has spoken. Thank Alexander Gomez. I like your comments. And thank all our listeners. Please, the only way other people can get this message and hear it is by we sharing it and inviting more people. Thank you. Emma, I will say that Tinubu came out and told Nigerians, a miracle, this is my turn. This is my settlement. I make Buhari the president, and nobody questioned him. Tinubu came out again and said, I will employ 50 million Nigerian youth to military and give them a gbedu cassava. Nobody questioned him. Tinubu has never talked to Nigerians. Anytime he will talk to Nigerians, he will be silent. Nobody will see him. This violence going on now, did Tinubu sign the peace accord? No. Tinubu is the one contesting for president, but Shetima is the one telling us he will be in charge of security of our life. Look at when they went to Kaduna. Has anybody listened to what Tinubu said? It's so embarrassing for a presidential candidate. You will see that he's losing his memory. His memory is, I don't know how to describe it, but what is coming out from his memory, everybody always pay attention anytime you want to say something because he always deviates. He's losing his memory. People are not watching his body language. He's losing it so fast, and nobody is questioning. Look at what P2B said in the same Kaduna. He was brutal. He told the Northerners the basic truth they need to know and they need to hear. That is kind of a man you want, a man who will not hide that things are bad and tell you in your face that we need to get it right. So Tinubu has nothing to offer to Nigerians. A Buhari spokesman yesterday was saying that Nigeria should please pardon. Buhari has already completed his tenure. He begs Nigeria to forgive what Buhari has done and think of what will come. And we have a man who not only his age, his health, everything about him has been questioning, coming out to say he want to rule the country. We have a man who is accusing Atiku. How did Atiku make his money? Tinubu is asking Nigeria. And the Nigerians are asking, how did Tinubu make his money? Who owns Alpha Beta that is looting Lagos State money? And all this, nobody is seeing it. Nobody is questioning his character. Nobody is questioning the talk. He's paying money to abuse people. So Tinubu has nothing to offer to us. He will lead us nowhere than to take us far, far, far more from top to bottom that Buhari has put everyone. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And a big thank you goes to Amazing Grace. Thank you so very much for your donation. Thank you. And thank you also to the progressives. NJ, thank you for being on the broadcast. Good to have you here. Thank you very much. And of course, Dr. Alexander Gomez, thank you again and again to each and every one of you that has taken out time to donate to the platform today. Thank you. Only God can bless you. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you. With so much gratitude. Thank you. Now, to each and every one of you on this broadcast, thank you very much. This is from Mr. Maki Rabo. Mr. Maki Rabo says, I respect Tinubu for telling Nigeria the truth that he will continue from where Buhari stopped. Thank God that he told us the truth. Honestly, when I read this comment, I'm like, what are you saying? How can you come out and say these things and people are still going to, vote for you? One would expect that, you would disguise and hide yourself. But for some reason, you are brazenly coming out to tell people that are seeing the worst times ever of their life and telling them you would continue, you will build on Buhari's foundation. Oh dear. Oh dear. No, now. No one is clear, Juju. All right, a big thank you to each and every one of you on this broadcast with me. You watching. Hi, how you doing? Thank you for watching the replay of the broadcast. Yes, taking our time to give a special shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Please familiarize yourself with our super thanks option. Yes, please familiarize yourself with it. This option is for you for watching the broadcast now. Please take our time to click on the super thanks to support us. Thank you so very much. It's very safe and it's very secured. We guarantee you that. But please take out time to support us. It costs a lot to support. It costs a lot to run this broadcast. I know you know this already. So please take out time. And to those that has taken out time to support us today, thank you. Really, thank you very much. So I'm inviting each and every one of you to our afternoon broadcast today. It's going to be wild. Yes, it's going to be wild, but it's going to be very impactful. There's going to be a lot to learn from, right? After the broadcast, I promise you, you and I will be needing to, take the touch inwards and point out, look at our characters, our habits, our weaknesses, all of these things, and see, what line we are on, or our path in life, or how far we are from these things. And all. We'll be looking at demonstrations of mental illness. Yes, there are things that you didn't think, could be attributed to mental illness, but let's have that talk. Yes, let's have that talk. All right, Amazing Grace says, I strongly believe that most Nigerians are addicted to suffering. No, we are not. I'm speaking for my people. We are not. I'm sure they will do better. I'm sure they will really, really do better. All right. Mr. Silvanus, how are you doing? Thank you for coming. I'll be very late, but you have a minute to give your submission.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, Emma.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I came very late. I grabbed what you said. Anyway, like most of the panelists said, Tinubu has every effrontery to tell Nigerians, and it will continue from where Buhari stopped. I don't blame him because he won the primary because of his crooked ways and other people who believed in him because of what they would get from him. So he has every gut to tell Nigerians, because we are gullible people, that he will continue from Buhari. And he upfrontly said that he's going to win. He knows that he's going to win. I don't know what gives him that pride. But we are not fools. If Nigeria is a country, why would somebody like Tinubu at all come out and said he's going to be president, and on top of that win the primary? It's because Nigeria is divided on tribal lines, and also because we don't have a country. We just call ourselves Nigerians. We don't have a country. We're not a nation, let me put it that way. Because if we're a nation, everybody will be voting on competence, not because you are Yoruba, Igbo, or Hausa. Now, that's what gave him the gut, because he thinks no matter what, his people are going to vote for him, and the people that he's going to buy over is going to vote for him, and then he can say whatever he wants and get away with it. Otherwise, he wouldn't. If he's going to be running as a true Nigerian and Nigerians vote according to competency, he would even mention Buhari. You look at what we're going through over Buhari. Buhari has killed more Nigerians than any president outside the wartime that I know. I'm not just talking about the people that Boko Haram people have killed, just ordinary people. He kills people without even thinking about it. The man is a bloodsucker, you know? And this is something he's going to continue. Look at what he's playing with Nnamdi Kanu. You know, the judiciary will make it.
Okay, I think we've lost you there, Mr. Silvanus. Okay, I think we've lost him. Lost him right there. Mr. Silvanus, I'm sorry. Okay, I don't know what's happening with that, but thank you. Thank you for joining the broadcast today. Thank you for joining the broadcast today. Please do also remember our lineups. We have the newspaper review Monday through to Saturday from 10 a.m. Nigerian time. And we have the chats Mondays and Wednesdays, 1 p.m. We have discussions Monday through to Thursday. By 5 p.m. Nigerian time, we have the debates every Friday by 6 p.m. Please turn on your notification bell. We are bringing premium content to you, and you know this. So please sit back, sit tight, and do the needful. And if you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please take out time to do so today. Thank you very much. I look forward to having each and every one of you with me on the chat later on today by 1 p.m. Nigerian time. Thank you so very much to my amazing panelists. Thank you so very much for always. Thank you. Then, Brother Nice, how have you been? I've not seen you in a couple of days. I hope you are just fine. Mr. Collins, I hope life is going on just fine with you. I'm sending so much light and love to you. Have a wonderful one. And to each and every one of you on here, do have a good day, but do want to join me later on. Until I come your way again, stay safe, stay well, and bye for now.